Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we explore a deeply emotional and meaningful topic that moves beyond celebrity headlines, one rooted in duty, shared legacy, and the lasting strength of service. For years, the public eye has been fixated on the growing divide between Prince William, the Prince of Wales, and his younger brother Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. Their painful feud has dominated global news, creating a wound at the very heart of the British monarchy. Yet beneath this personal estrangement lies something remarkable, a quiet moment of unity. Despite the emotional and physical distance separating them, these two estranged brothers still share deeply similar thoughts when it comes to matters of national and moral importance, especially the solemn observance of Remembrance. Therefore, we explore this rare moment of alignment across both the Atlantic Ocean and their emotional divide. Please remember to show your support by liking this video. If you enjoy our in-depth explorations of the royal family, be sure to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss our updates. Your engagement helps us continue to bring you these detailed stories. The event that brought their voices into unexpected harmony is the annual commemoration of Armistice Day and Remembrance Sunday, a time when the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth pause to honor those who served and those who fell in wars past and present. What makes this year's observance especially moving is that both brothers, though worlds apart in circumstance, delivered separate but thematically identical messages. Each drew on his own military background to highlight not only the importance of remembering the fallen, but also the urgent need to support today's veterans, particularly in the areas of mental health and reintegration into society. Let us begin with the future king, Prince William, whose contribution was crafted with a focus on the next generation. Although he was not physically present, his pre-recorded message was shared during the Remembrance Assembly, hosted by the Royal British Legion. This assembly was not directed at adults or veterans, but at schoolchildren across Britain, specifically those between 9 and 14 years old. The choice of this age group is deeply significant. Children in this range are old enough to understand sacrifice, duty, and history, yet still young enough to absorb the values of remembrance as part of their moral foundation. William's involvement reinforces the monarchy's ongoing commitment to ensuring that remembrance remains a living, breathing tradition, not merely a relic of the past. In his message, the Prince of Wales urged the students to reflect on the meaning of the day, delivering a simple but powerful statement. Remembrance is for everyone. These 4 words carry profound significance, expanding remembrance from a military ritual into a universal act of gratitude and reflection that touches all of society. Prince William grounded his message in his own experience, bringing authenticity and sincerity to his words. Prince William expressed the deep bond he feels with the armed forces, drawing from both his personal service and his continued involvement with military units. He said, "Through my own military experience, and through my ongoing work with the Royal Navy, the Army, and the Royal Air Force, I have seen firsthand the hard work, dedication, and sense of duty our armed forces demonstrate to keep us safe." Addressing the students, he emphasized the importance of coming together as a nation to honor those sacrifices. Coming together for remembrance is a vital way to honor those whose service keeps us safe. This sentiment not only reinforces the idea of national unity, but also teaches young people that their freedom and security are the result of selfless devotion, a lesson William clearly hopes they will carry into adulthood. In contrast, Prince Harry delivered a separate but equally meaningful message just days earlier, addressing a very different audience, veterans themselves. While William's speech centered on legacy and education, Harry's focused on compassion, healing, and shared experience. Speaking as both a royal and a fellow soldier, the Duke of Sussex brought authenticity and empathy to his message. As a combat veteran and someone who cares deeply about mental fitness, I've seen how important genuine veteran-led support is, Harry stated. His use of the phrase, veteran-led support underscored his belief that recovery and resilience are strongest when guided by those who truly understand the experience. He went on to challenge outdated ideas of military stoicism, redefining what courage means for today's veterans. "You've created a safe space where courage isn't defined by silence, but by showing up, where strength isn't the absence of struggle, but the willingness to face it." These words carried powerful resonance, especially for veterans, struggling with post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD) or other invisible wounds. By framing vulnerability as a form of strength, Harry sought to break the stigma that often prevents service members from seeking help, reminding them that openness does not diminish bravery, it exemplifies it. Notably, the timing of Harry's message coincided with the royal family's own Remembrance Sunday observance in London, where King Charles, Prince William, and other senior royals stood in solemn tribute at the cenotaph, though Harry was physically absent from the ceremony. A tradition he once took part in personally, his words echoed the same themes of honor, remembrance, and duty. In this way, his message bridged the distance between himself and the family he left behind, subtly reaffirming their shared values despite their estrangement. In Prince William's address to schoolchildren, another clear parallel emerged between his message and that of his younger brother. Like Harry, William emphasized the importance of remembrance, not just as an act of reflection, but as a living lesson, one that shapes empathy, character, and responsibility for the future. He explained, "When we remember, we connect with service in a personal way. We learn from the courage of others, and we carry their stories forward so they are not forgotten. It's not just about the past, it's about shaping who we become in the future." This powerful sentiment reframes remembrance as more than a history lesson. It becomes a guide for moral growth. William sought to teach that remembrance is a form of gratitude in action, a way to honor sacrifice by embodying the same courage, compassion, and resilience in everyday life. The theme of resilience also tied into his acknowledgement of the modern world's continuing conflicts. He reminded listeners that remembrance is not a static ritual, but a living act of gratitude toward those still serving today. He said, "Even now, as we continue to face conflicts around the world, we honor those who have gone before us and those who are serving today." William concluded his message with a moving statement that distilled the moral essence of remembrance. Their memories matter, their lives matter, and they remind us to be respectful, kind, brave, and thoughtful every day. These four virtues, respect, kindness, bravery, and thoughtfulness, encapsulate the values that define both service and good citizenship. In a striking parallel, Prince Harry had recently expressed an almost identical philosophy in an essay he wrote earlier this month. While William's message focused on daily virtues, Harry's emphasized a lifelong moral commitment. He wrote, "Remembrance isn't confined to one weekend in November. It's a lifelong commitment to empathy, gratitude, and action, to be kinder, more united, and braver in protecting what those before us fought to preserve." The overlap between their words is extraordinary. Both brothers centered their messages on empathy, the capacity to understand and share another's suffering, and on kindness and bravery as guiding principles. William urged young people to carry lessons forward to build the future, while Harry called for a lifelong pledge to uphold the values inherited from the past. This convergence of tone, message, and moral language, despite their personal estrangement, reveals that their shared upbringing and military service have left a lasting mark. Both men were raised to see duty, remembrance, and compassion as inseparable. Though their relationship as brothers may remain strained, their parallel reflections on sacrifice and service suggest that the principles instilled in them, loyalty, empathy, and honor, continue to bind them in ways that transcend personal conflict. The timing of these twin messages, delivered during a period of heightened global unrest and political uncertainty, gives them added weight. Together, they stand as a quiet reminder that even fractured families can still be united by shared values of duty and remembrance. Both brothers have used their platforms to move beyond the ceremonial aspects of remembrance, transforming it into a modern and urgent call to action, one rooted in moral integrity, empathy, and mental strength. For Prince William, his message to children aged 9 to 14 ensures that the ideals of service, sacrifice, and duty are woven into the moral fabric of the next generation. By connecting the courage of the past with the compassion needed for the future, he helps instill in young minds a sense of national identity, grounded in gratitude and civic responsibility. His words strengthen the legacy of the Royal British Legion's mission, ensuring that remembrance remains a living tradition that shapes character and conscience. For Prince Harry, the focus on post-traumatic stress and mental fitness serves as a vital reminder that the fight does not always end when soldiers return home. His willingness to speak openly about psychological wounds provides validation for veterans who continue to struggle long after their military service ends. Drawing from his own experience in combat, Harry speaks with the authenticity of someone who understands both the weight of war and the courage it takes to seek help. In doing so, he redefines strength, showing that vulnerability and honesty are not weaknesses, but acts of bravery. In a time when the world feels increasingly divided, the shared philosophy expressed by both princes offers something rare: unity through values. Their words, though delivered separately, and from vastly different circumstances, converge on a powerful truth: service, sacrifice, and compassion remain universal virtues that transcend personal conflict. This unspoken harmony may not repair the personal rift between the brothers, but it does highlight a shared ethical foundation that continues to bind them: a sense of duty, integrity, and respect for those who serve. When the focus shifts away from personal grievances and toward national remembrance, William and Harry's voices blend into a single message of reflection, gratitude, and hope. As Harry put it, remembrance is a lifelong commitment to empathy, gratitude, and action. And indeed, it is that legacy, the legacy of those who gave their lives, that continues to shape not only the nation, but also the moral core of two princes who, despite distance and discord, remain united in their reverence for service. What do you think about this rare moment of unity between Prince William and Prince Harry? Could their shared commitment to remembrance and veterans' welfare eventually bridge the gap between them? Or is their personal divide simply too deep to heal? No matter how aligned their principles may be. Share your thoughts in the comments below. We read and value every perspective. And as always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more detailed coverage of the royal family and major world events, and join us next time for our next in-depth feature. Thank you for watching.